It's about to die.
Away now.
Cool.
So do you think I should push the play here?
Woohoo! Need the intro music, Steve.
Yeah, again, I've just gone over to the Facebook page and it says starting soon, which doesn't.
Still got 30 seconds to go.
Oh,
There you go, you're live now.
Yeah, live. Need the intro music, Steve. Need the intro music, Steve.
Facebook page. Just going over to the Facebook page.
Isn't it?
Starting soon, which doesn't.
Hello and welcome. Say hi, Tiffany, and hi to Karen. Thank you all for being on the call tonight. This is our first call for the Women Creating Life Hangout, so it's very, very exciting. So we've got lots of things to share and say and create today, so I hope you're all ready. So I'm Melinka and it's really great to have you all here, and we've just got some really exciting stuff to share with you all. And first of all, I want to say Tiffany is one of our presenters tonight, so she'll be talking about how to release some stress and move forward with your life that way. And then tonight I'll be talking through a 14-day action plan that we'll get to later on in the program that you can take downloads off after the call, so we'll have buttons in there for you to download that. So first of all, I'm just going to bring up where we're at with the presentation. This is my first time using all this technology, so just bear with me here. So yes, this webinar is all about discovering who you really are. So it's time to really reflect on where you are in your life right now and where you'd like to go. And we'll give you some easy yet very powerful tools and techniques for you to use on a daily basis, which is really, really cool when you start implementing them. So our mission for Women Creating Life is to empower women in creating a life they love. And this is a global mission. It doesn't stop just here. It's wherever you are in the world, whoever you're talking to, this is our mission in creating a life you love. And that means having it all work the way you want it to, the things that you're up to in life, just any area to have it really work. So you'll see at the bottom of the Hangout page there, you'll see the comment box. So what I want you to do here is just type in now that where you're from and how you heard about us. And also, please make sure that you click on the auto-refresh comments down the bottom there, untick that box. Otherwise, your comment will just suddenly disappear when you're in the middle of writing. It refreshes quite often, so just keep doing that for us. And then we'll be able to get to your comments. We will be looking over there as well. So we'd love to hear from where you are and what you want to get out of being on the call tonight. So that's really exciting. So yeah, so just make sure you turn off that auto refresh. So this is a very important question to ask, and I want to create with you. Are you happy in your life? Are you happy in your relationships? Are you happy with your health? Are you happy with the way your kids are being brought up, with your education, with just your finances, your career, anywhere in life? Are you really, really happy? Now this is a really great time for you to really be authentic with yourself and really answer some of these questions tonight. That's the first step to being true to who you are, and the more you start to discover that, the more action you can take. So if you're happy with where you are in your life right now, well then absolutely keep doing that and keep doing whatever you're doing. But if you're not happy right now in your life, the question really is, do you want to be happy? And if it's yes, then we need to change something. If it's no, then you keep doing whatever you're doing. But I assume, since you're on this call, that you do want to be happy and you want some steps on how to make that happen. So, but what I want to just talk about here is to change something. If we keep doing the same thing over and over again, it gets us nowhere. So we need to start creating a new direction for something to change. So that's taking some risks. It's stepping outside of your comfort zone. It's creating new actions that you have no idea what you're stepping into and what it really looks like. And that's what I'm here to help you with. It's really starting to create some of those risky actions that you have no idea what will look like. And so really, Women Creating Life is about living your life, every area, every minute of every single day. But I also want to point out something here, is that life is not always rosy. We do need to get real about that. But what I love, when we start to create our own life, we really get the choice to choose powerfully, and no matter what life throws at us. So we can either play victim or hero. And when we choose to play the hero in our life, life really becomes clearer and easier. And we manage those hard times powerfully. We get involved. When we manage them powerfully, we include people around us, we communicate. People know what's going on with us, and we ask for help. And that's how we get empowered in our life, when we know we've got that love and support surrounding us. So once again, just want to welcome every single one of you ladies here on the call tonight. A very, very warm welcome to the first hangout for Women Creating Life. I just really, really want to say thanks for being here. This is a really big deal for me. I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm everything all at once, but I'm here to help you make a difference in your life and have you win in your game. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and I do hope you get some value tonight. And please remember, keep creating in the comments for me. We'd love to hear from you. I've got Karen beside me checking the comments, so she'll whisk them my way if there's things that we need to bring up. So next, I really want to create why I created this page and this group, Women Creating Life. I really have been lost for quite some time since having kids, sick kids. It's been a hard road, and I haven't known what career I've wanted because we've been in and out of hospital, or just not knowing the direction in life I've wanted to take. Even though I've got a wonderful family, I've got lots of great things in my life, but for me, I just felt a bit lost and alone. And it wasn't until recently that I really got, this is the thing that makes me lit up in my life. I love to make a difference, especially to women. Women have so much going on in their life, from family to work. We're always striving to do better for ourselves, and we're the harshest critics on ourselves. So it's, for me, it's empowering women that way to not be so harsh on ourselves. And so at first I really thought I was going to create a networking group for mums in business, because I thought, well, it's hard for us as mums in business to go to the local networking groups. They're expensive. You turn up for an hour, you get to say your 1-minute speech. You may or may not connect with women for your business, and then you disappear. So you either get something out of it or you don't, but it's not really a place that they have time to really share what's going on in your life, what you need to get your business out there in the world, or even just what's going on in your life. So that's why I have created Women Creating Life. It's really going to be a place that we will be able to share our ups and downs, our goals, our breakthroughs, our daily struggles, and anything in between. So it's really going to be a private group that help interact with each other, give ourselves love and support on a daily basis, and actions to take that will empower us to living a life that we love. So this is why Women Creating Life was created, and this is my passion to make a difference in the world to women. So there will be some exciting things happening later on in the piece, that we've got future hangouts happening, so I really do want you to take note of the process that we will be going through soon, that you'll be looking into for yourselves. So we'll have downloads for that at the end of the hangout, so make sure you download those later, but really listen for what's missing in your life and what you want to create, and we will be discussing this in future hangouts. So yeah, really look into that. It's a real great time for you to actually be true to yourself. So nobody else can do this work for you except for you. So it's all now down to you. I will give you the tools, I will give you the support and the encouragement, and along with the other women here, but you've got to actually do the work at the end of the day. Alrighty. So any comments, Karen, to discuss?
Not yet. I'm hoping for someone to go, oh, I'm from such and such, so we can let them, we can pass it on and see where you're all from.
So Tiffany, is there anything you would like to share, or yeah, what's coming up for you from the presentation for me?
Sure. I really loved that a couple of slides back. What really hit me is that little flow chart that you shared about how is your life going, and look at all the areas of your life, and if it's not working, change something. I mean, to me that seems so obvious, but how often do we actually do that, you know? And so I just love that you've made that really clear there, and you know, that we have an opportunity to think about these things, because like you said, as a busy mum, I don't often take time to slow down and just process what has gone in my, you know, what has gone on in my day and what's working in my life and what is not. So it's really great to be able to just sit here tonight and have you point that out to me, to have a little look in my life at where things are working and where they're not.
Yep. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for that. Has anybody got anything they would like to share in the comment box with us? We would love to hear you, otherwise we'll keep moving on. So I just wanted to introduce you to my lovely family here. So this is me on the left here, and my beautiful wife Karen, who's sitting right next to me, supporting me through this hangout. I couldn't do it without her. My youngest daughter Ella, who is my little special needs girl, and my oldest daughter Alicia. So that's my amazing family. This is who I'm doing this for. They are who inspire me. What those girls have been through in their short little lives have taught me so much about life, and this is what I want to give to you as well, that our children teach us things, our work teaches us things, and it's anything in between that really, really does that for us. So it is my beautiful family. Sorry, we're just going to full screen right here. So yeah, so this is everybody. So me, Karen, Ella, and Alicia. So we've been there. Was created. I don't know how we got quite there, so we'll just carry on. With Women Creating Life, it really is a chance to share our real life experiences, what we're dealing with, what we're up to in our lives, all our dreams, our goals, anything in between. Often with us as women, we get these great ideas that we love to share in the world, but it doesn't. But we stop sharing with our friends and family because it's the same stuff over and again, and we don't feel like we can keep bombarding them with our thoughts and feelings and what we're up to. So what I want to create with this group is a space that we can really share like that we can get the love and support that we require to really love our life. So I really want you to utilize this group as much as you can and get the support that you need. from other women just like you, probably going through the same stuff, maybe a different scenario, but the same emotions on a daily basis. So, are we ready to get started?
Yeah.
So, we will be talking about the 4-step process. Now, in this process, we will be going through the steps to being grateful and why being grateful in your life is so important. We often forget about the tiniest little things that actually make a big difference in our lives. So that's one of the actions we will be talking about. Number 2 is being kind to yourself. As women, we are the last people to take care of ourselves. But the biggest lesson here, if we're not kind to ourselves and do the things we know we need to do for ourselves, that's health and well-being, just taking time out. No way that we can be that for somebody else. We just can't give our full 100% energy because we're just too knackered. So the next one is to take responsibility, and this is often a big deal for people to really start to look at. And this is really looking at why things might not work out in your life and what can you do about it. It's just really starting to be honest with what's going on. So, and then the next, once you take responsibility, we're getting a bit of going on.
Are you? Okay, I'll mute me.
Cool. Thank you. So the next bit here is to take action. And this is really the big step to getting what you want in your life. Once you get clear about your goals, you can't just sit there and wait for it to happen. As much as we would like it to happen that way, it just doesn't happen that way. So even baby steps, small steps, every single day will get you closer to the dreams that you want. So I am going to bring up my PDF of the 4-step process so that we can get into it here. So I created this document. This is my free download document. So if you've got friends that want to come visit the page, please get them to download that document. They will then go on my email list, so they will receive all sorts of updates on what's going on in the Hangouts and things like that, so they can keep updated. But they will get this as their basis for doing the work. So being grateful. So according to the dictionary.com, being grateful means warmly or deeply appreciative of kindness or benefits received. Being thankful, I am grateful to you for your help. So for me, the act of being grateful doesn't have to be a big deal. For me, it's about becoming aware of everything I have in my life right now, no matter how big or small. For example, right now, I'm grateful to have an amazing, loving, supportive wife and family. And my amazing wife is right here next to me supporting me as I do this, and I couldn't do it without her. So it's really learning. You might be grateful for the cat, you might be grateful for the roof over your head. It doesn't have to be this great big thing, but start looking from who supports you in anywhere in your life. You've got food on the table, income coming in so you can pay the bills, food on the table, put gas in the car, anything and everything in between. So what I want from you right now is if you could write in the comments for me about what does being grateful mean to you, and we'd love to hear from you. If not, please at least take the time after the session to write down 5 things that you are grateful for once you've downloaded the PDF. That would be awesome, and then you can come and share in the Facebook group, and I'd love to hear what you're creating. So step 2 is be kind to yourself. So I love this image here of the 10 steps to self-care. They're exactly what we need to do in our lives to really get clear to release some of that stress and tension that we do create by we get afraid to say no to people, and we think it's going to make us bad or wrong if we say no to people, and they just want to help, just like you want to help when you get asked to do something. They want to help you, but often we just aren't the ones to ask for it. So it's knowing and allowing yourself to say yes or no to things without making it a big deal, and letting go of what you can't control. Life really does throw some big things at us that we really can't control. But as I said earlier, it's all about learning to control your power and how you deal with things in the moment. So step number 3 is take responsibility. So in the dictionary.com, meaning for responsibility is the state or fact of being responsible, answerable, or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management. So for me, responsibility means to be accountable for my own action. To me, this means not playing the victim or blaming others for everything in my life going the way it does. By taking responsibility, I take control of my life, and I don't let life take control of me. So it's all in the context of you controlling your life. And yes, you can even do that in those circumstances that are not what you expected to happen. For example, when my daughter was in a hospital for the first 3 years of her life consistently, that was one of the hardest periods of my life, and one that I couldn't change, but we dealt with it. We had to deal with it. We had no choice, but we could either play victim or we could be the hero and actually just deal with what came up at the time. Be there for her. She needed us no matter what. She was on life support for the first 7 weeks in her life. So, you know, you can stress about it, you can do all of those things, but it's not going to support her in what she needs. So I really learned some valuable lessons while she was really, really sick. I learned to ask for help and get out of my own head, which is a very dangerous space when we stay there for too long. So yeah, so it's really starting to take responsibility for who you are and what you want in the world, and not playing the blame game. It just takes up too much time and energy and makes us so tired. So I invite you to really look at what taking responsibility means to you and how you can start doing that today. So just scrolling down to our last step, which is take action. So action is the process or the state of acting or being active. So what does it mean to you to take action? For me, it's really all about taking those steps we know to do without hesitation. So why I think the thing we've really got to look at with action is why we don't do those things that we know we need to do that will forward our game. Is it because of fear? Is it procrastination for whatever reason? And that procrastination itself hides a lot of different things. So it's really starting to look at, okay, so if I don't take this action, what's the consequences from that going to be? Is it going to forward me to where I want to be, or is it going to take me 2 steps backwards? So it's really looking at what I need to do today to take me to where I want to be. So as human beings, we are all really very good at making up all sorts of excuses as to why not to do something, even when it seems like it's important to us. So I think when we start to see that as well, we go back to take responsibility. And like I just said, we get to choose whether we take that step forward, or we might possibly end up taking 2 steps back. So it's really just taking responsibility for, am I going to take that action, and dealing with the consequences either way, and not playing the victim or the hero. We can choose possibility or no possibility. You just get the power to choose. You don't have to make it right or wrong. There's no justification, no excuses, just the powerful choice to choose. Right, I'm doing this action today, and this is what it's going to take. So, what I want you to really take away from this is that we are creating our life in every single moment of every single day. And we get the power to choose freely each and every moment. So, what I'm asking you to do right now is, what will you choose? What are you really going to choose for you and your life to create the life you love today? I'd really love to hear from you in the comments, and just what you're up to and what you'd like to share with us. So at the end of the presentation, there will be more links to the download for this, so really look for that later on in the process. So we're just going to carry on with the presentation here. So we've done all that. We'll come back to that now. So the 14-day action plan is also one of the downloads at the end, and this is what I call 14 days to indulge your soul. So it's 14 days about you, and it's going from the 4-step process that I've just created with you. So it's being grateful. I want you to say, write down 5 things every day that you're grateful for. In a journal, on the computer, wherever you write these things for you in your future reference. Then the next step is to be kind to yourself. I want you to write down 5 things that you can do to be kind to yourself, and do at least one of those for that day. And when you do that on a daily basis, I really want you to start choosing different things, so not just writing the same things every day, because then that just becomes not a habit, but it's not empowering you to really choose. So, and part of being kind to yourself, you could think about, is forgiveness. What do you need to forgive yourself about? Who do you need to forgive? Why do you need to forgive? And then start choosing all of those actions, what you can do to start to be kind to yourself on a daily basis. Step number 3, I want you to write down 5 things that you can take responsibility for your life, and take at least one action on that list every day. And then the last one, take action. So these are 5 different actions from you taking responsibility, because action is quite different. So 5 actions that you could take, but choose at least 2 actions a day that you can take to forward your life into creating a life you love. So this is available on the PDF download at the end of the presentation, so don't forget to go and do that and share with us what you are up to. So next we have is Tiffany from Healthy, Wealthy, Wonderful, who will be sharing about how to release stress in your life.
Cool, thanks Melinka. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Is that unmute okay? Okay, perfect. I'm just going to share my screen. Give me 1 second. Okay, and can you just let me know that you can see that?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Oh, I might need my hubby's help over here for a second. To make, oh, there we go. No, I'm good. Okay, so first of all, thanks, Melinka. That's awesome. It's given me so much to think about in terms of my own business and actions that I need to take, and you know, like I just always need that constant reminder. So that's been awesome. I'm really excited to do the 14-day action plan.
Awesome.
But I wanted to share a little bit about, you know, Healthy, Wealthy, Wonderful, and what that really is. Because my business, my slogan is Healthy Body, Wealthy Mind, and Wonderful Life. And how that came to be was really through my own health journey that I wanted to share with you tonight. And it started, you know, when I was in high school. You can see there on the left, I was quite overweight in high school, and I don't have a lot of photos of me because I threw them out or I just didn't take pictures in high school. And in the middle there in the pink singlet, this is me at university. So I went to Hawaii. That's where I did my degree. And over there, people don't wear many clothes, and they're outside a lot. And, you know, I just started to become really conscious about how I looked. And I just had this obsession about being really thin. And so I didn't learn very much about how, you know, about healthy living, but I knew a lot about how to get skinny. So, you know, I ran all the time, I swam all the time, I was really obsessive about exercising, I was very restrictive around what I chose to eat and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, it worked. I lost a lot of weight, and in the moment I felt really good about myself. But what I realised after moving back to New Zealand is that I hadn't learned any sustainable habits, and I hadn't learned what true health really was. So, of course, for a number of years, when I moved back to New Zealand and got a job, I gained lots of weight and I lost lots of weight again, and I yo-yoed like that for a couple of years. And I became really, in some moments of my life, I was quite depressed. And I changed who I was. You know, I wouldn't go out, and I stopped looking in the mirror, and I just, you know, things that I wouldn't do now because I'm very outgoing and I love being around people. And in 2012, when we realised we were pregnant with my son, that is when I was introduced to some really great health products, and I decided to build a business around it. But it was all of the learning that came for me about what true health really meant. And, you know, yes, it's about what you eat, and it's also about exercise and all of that. But for me, a lot of my healing came through my mindset and through understanding that it's about managing stress, and it's about the things that you think about yourself. It's about telling yourself nice things. Mm-hmm. So, you know, when I started to see my body as more of like a miracle of what it could be, you know, I was growing a human inside my body. That's when I started to really become interested in what true health meant to me, more than just, oh, I want to be so skinny all the time. Mm-hmm. So that's where Healthy, Wealthy, Wonderful came out of, really, from this great journey of having a child. And the cool thing is that I've now had a baby, and losing the baby weight wasn't really that difficult for me. You know, I did obviously eat really well and exercise, but it didn't have to be this huge struggle. Like, it could, living really healthily could just be really easy and really simple. And that's what I wanted to share with people, and that's why I created Healthy, Wealthy, Wonderful.
Awesome.
So, yeah, thank you. So I'm really passionate now about teaching people about great health through healthy eating, great supplementation, and exercise. And the reason I believe health is like where it all starts, and a lot of women online tonight obviously are business owners, is that I've been working in my business for 3 years, and I really have seen how much our health is directly correlated to like our finances and how much money we make. And if you think about it this way, if you struggle with really poor health, or maybe, you know, you might be overweight, it's quite likely that your energy is really low. And when your energy is low, your self-confidence isn't as high as it could be. And so you might struggle with, you know, feeling depressed like I felt. And when you're in that state, there is no way that you can reach your potential in any business when you're in that state of being. Yeah. And so the flow-on effect of that is that your income struggles. And when your income struggles, that obviously affects your relationships, right? Would you say that's true, Melinka? I know that's true for me. You know, and what also happens is, you know, it affects the contribution that you're able to make to your community, and, you know, for me it's through church, it's all of that. So it becomes this cycle where your health actually gets worse because you start beating yourself up about it all. And then, you know, you continue on that cycle. And Dr. Libby calls that the ripple effect of, you know, it can work in a positive way and it can also work in a really negative way. Yeah. So I really believe that the foundation of all of that is great health. And so usually what I do is I love to talk to people about healthy eating, and I love to talk to people about exercise, But something that is really relevant to me right now in my life is talking about stress. And it's something I'm working on with Melinka, which has been really, really helpful. And the reason I wanted to talk about it tonight is because I see it all the time in women that I work with, that it's a real barrier for them being able to release weight is when you're holding on to lots of stress. So I wanted to go through my 5, actually I've got an extra bonus tip for you. So it's 6 tips about how you can gain control of your stress levels. And so the first thing there is prioritizing yourself. Melinka, you touched on that already with, being kind to yourself and self-care.
Yep.
So I think as women, you're so right, we juggle so many different things in our lives. We've got families, we've got a business, and I find that when I'm really stressed out, that's actually the time I need to put myself first. And when I do that, the hardest thing about that is not feeling guilty or feeling like, oh, I'm selfish for doing this, because it's not selfish to put yourself first. Earlier in the year, I started a practice of just having 10 minutes out, of my day. So usually when my son was sleeping, I'd have 10 minutes of meditation or whatever it might be. And I saw the flow-on effect of that in like healthy living, because just taking 10 minutes out to breathe and to have quiet time meant I wasn't in the cupboard, going on a chocolate binge like I usually do.
Yeah.
And I was able to sleep better when I've had that 10 minutes of downtime. And when I come back really refreshed, I'm actually, like you said before, I'm able to give more to other people when I've rejuvenated myself.
Yep.
So I'd say, make it a priority, make you a priority. And the second thing I've got there is to know your limit. So I know how much stress I can handle. I know when I'm reaching my limit. And, you'll never be able to reduce all of the stress in your life. We all have things going on. But I just think it's really helpful to know where your limit is. And a lot of people recommend taking what they call purposeful rests during the day. So what that is, it's 30 minutes of really great relaxation that you do during the day. And if you are sitting there right now thinking, oh, I'd love to do that, but I just don't have the time, then you probably need it the most, the 30 minutes of relaxation time, because that's, I'm talking to myself here, because I'm this type of person. And what I've learned is that it doesn't actually matter what type of relaxation you do. It's more about the quality of the relaxation. So some things that I really love to do are taking a bath, or I love to do yoga. I feel really different after I've done yoga. If you have the budget for it, you might go for a spa treatment, or just, lying on the couch and reading a magazine or a book can be all that it takes to recharge. My third tip there is do low-intensity workouts. So a lot of women feel that when they're really stressed out, they should go to the gym after work and just like smash it out, release all the stress that way, and it actually doesn't work like that. Because when you do high-intensity workouts, it gives your body the same symptoms that stress does. So you've got the increased heart rate, you've got your increased levels of cortisol and adrenaline. So to balance out your high stress, you actually need to do low-intensity workouts. So I'm talking about things like going on a bike ride, or going for a really gentle swim, or I don't know if you like animals, maybe you could walk your dog. But when you're feeling really stressed, those are the types of activities that you should be doing. I definitely think exercise is key, but it's not your body combat, and it's not going for, like a boxing class.
Just moving.
Yeah, just getting moving, that's right, in a really gentle way. So my fourth tip there is to get enough sleep. And if you don't do this, really, it throws your hormones all out of whack, which is not great for weight loss. So we all know that if you're not sleeping, it's going to lead to tiredness, and that also has other effects. So you get more hungry during the day, you get more cravings. It's really important to get enough sleep. And if you're a workaholic, like you might be on the call tonight and you're the type of person that thinks, I've heard someone say to me before, oh, I'll sleep when I'm dead. I don't know if you've heard that phrase before. But, long term, that type of, go, 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 go attitude is not really going to be great for your health. So women who are stressed out and don't sleep enough really struggle to lose weight. So the best thing to do is go to bed, get 6 to 8 hours of sleep each night, and if you're exercising, get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. My last tip number 5 is to supplement. So again, if you have trouble sleeping, there are different supplements that you can take to help with that. Just adding more magnesium into your diet can help your body and your muscles to relax. There are pure melatonin supplements that you can take to help your body get into that natural state of rest.
Yep.
You know, lots of things you can do there. But in general, supplementation, I believe, is a real key to great health. And some people don't really know much about supplementation, but basically it's just concentrated food. So it's concentrated micronutrients. And the reason I believe it is so important for great health is that we're not getting the nutrition that we really need every day. I mean, I don't know if you eat 9 to 10 servings of fruit and veggies every day, which is what's recommended. I certainly don't. But when we're not nourishing our bodies, what happens is when you're not being properly nutriented, you go through life and you feel fatigued all the time. You know, you get that 3 o'clock fuzzy brain syndrome. And people just think that's normal, like that's just a normal way of operating, and it really isn't. Like the difference you can make to your body and the difference it makes to your day when you're really giving your cells everything they need to do the job right can just be huge. So, yeah, I definitely think get those cells humming, supplementation.
Awesome.
And then my last key that's not on there that I didn't write is planning, which seems so obvious, managing your time effectively, but I actually find this the hardest to do, and I'm learning more about it through working with Melinka, is that if you want to, you know, like I've said, take time to rest and take time to exercise. If you actually want to do those things, you have to schedule it in your diary. If it's not in your planner, you won't do it. And it just seems so obvious, but, you know, how many of us are actually doing that? So number 6 would be to manage your time. Awesome. And I think if you can do those 6 things, you'll be able to, have more control over your stress. So that's really what I wanted to share with you tonight. That's my 2 cents. Thank you for having me on the call.
That was great. Thank you, Tiffany.
All good.
So if you guys have got any questions for Tiffany, please feel free to write in the comments or in Facebook, and we can catch up with you at some point to go over those as well. We would love to hear from you.
Cool.
So let's see if I can go back to this.
I will stop sharing my screen now, I think.
I have to go here, maybe. Oh.
Oh my gosh, it's Inception. There we go.
We'll go back here. Why is it doing that?
We can see you, Melinka.
Oh, I know, but it's it's maybe I go this one. Yeah. Okay, that's a bit better. So we are going back up to our presentation here. So that was Tiffany. Thank you, Tiffany.
You're welcome.
So now we're up to the exciting bits of what's happening in the group here. So I'm just going to bring this up to full page for you so you can see. So what's happening? Special offer for Women Creating Life is that I've created a special membership group for our ladies, and in this it will encourage you get to experience the power of many. So by sharing what you're up to, the support that you need, daily inspiration from other women just like you, creating life, it helps so much for us to communicate what we're up to more than staying in our heads about it. So yeah, we again just around like-minded women who are up to stuff in their lives, and it just provides the space for us to all create. We will have wonderful, powerful women guest speakers like Tiffany did tonight. We'll have many more people to come share about different stuff that they're up to and what they think they would be useful in the group. So if you're one of those people that would like to come on board and be a presenter with us, just flick me an email or message me on the comments, and I'd love to hear from you, and we will catch up and make that happen. So we just get to learn from everybody. You get to learn from me, I get to learn from you. I know the more people I make a difference to, you guys light me up as well. It makes me want to go out and take action because I know you're taking action. It's just how the group works. So included in the membership group, there'll be a monthly newsletter. Now this is going to be delivered to your inbox every month, and it will save you time from searching the internet for all sorts of resources. So we will talk about what's been happening in the Hangouts. We will create monthly action plans for you to take. There will be all sorts of inspiration from other women. Just so much that you can get from it, powerful techniques that you can use on a daily basis. And we're there to answer your questions. So what's going to come up is I'd love to hear from you some of your questions that you would like to get answered. And we will pick 1 or 2 questions a month to answer those in the newsletter. So that's a great way to get your questions heard and get your answers that you need. So what we have created is that there will be fortnightly hangouts just like this. So the next one will be on the, I can't remember the calendar date. Hold on one moment. Karen is just looking that up. I think it's about the 7th.
Yeah.
The 7th of October will be the next hangout. So that's pretty exciting.
Maybe
No.
14th.
Oh, 14th of October, maybe. Yes, 14th. 14th of October. So 2 weeks' time, same place, we will have another hangout just like this, different topics. We'll see where you've come up with taking those actions over the last 14 days and answer any questions you've got. By joining the membership group, you will also have access to my private Facebook group. So this is where you will be able to share what you're up to, the help that you need, and anything in between. So nobody will be able to see what you're sharing in that group. It will only just be those members. So privacy is not an issue here. So this bit, I'm really, really, really excited about this next bit. Part of your membership every month will be donating $3 to Starship Children's Hospital. Now, why this is so important to me is, as I've mentioned earlier about my youngest daughter, Ella, Starship's our second home, and we've had some of the most amazing doctors looking after us over the years, and this is just my little way to repay them and say thanks. So for me, it would be a great support from you guys, so I can do that too. And they work so hard, and they don't have money all the time to get the things that they need, so it just, it's a win-win for everybody. So as I mentioned earlier in the newsletter, there will be valuable techniques and tools that you get to use in your daily life. They are very simple. There's nothing too complex. You don't need to hide from people and go do them secretly. It's just, you will have heard about most of them before, but it's really not a big deal. But they do empower you. Just like Tiffany mentioning, 10 minutes doing some meditation or just closing your eyes and doing some breathing exercises is a great way to tune out as well. We will keep hearing from some inspiring stories from women like you and me, just like Tiffany's sharing her beautiful story, mine with my girls. There's so many stories out there that just keep us going. And like I said, there will be monthly challenges as well to get you active into living a life you love. So we created an offer. So we were thinking, do we do $69.95 a month? I was really struggling with, I didn't want this to cost the earth, but I wanted you to know that you were going to be getting value from this every single month, and the Hangouts were going to be worth your time, and that you would just share this with everybody. So I decided, no, I wasn't happy with $69.95 a month. So we have made it $6.91 per week, which is really nothing. It's less than 2 coffees per week, which I'm quite excited about. I drink coffee, so I can do that quite easily. So it's $29.95 a month. Now with this membership, you will need to have a PayPal account. So after the Hangout, when you click on the membership sign up here, you may need to refresh your page so the buttons will work. But you will need a PayPal account. Now, this PayPal is very well known. I've used it for many years now, and I've never had any issues with payments or anybody getting hold of your credit card or anything like that. If you ever have any problems, they're very easy to contact, and the support is great. So just sign up. They just take the details for the subscription, and then that will come out of your account on a monthly basis. You then have control to go back into PayPal and cancel your subscription at any time. So that's easy as well. So I think we're just about done for tonight. So unless there's any questions from anybody, Tiffany, anything last words for you? No?
No, just for sharing.
Yeah, so thank you all for being on the call with us. It's been great. We've had fun, and I look forward to doing it all with you again in 2 weeks' time. So please make sure you click on that download button and sign up for your membership so you can get access to the group and start sharing, and download your PDFs as well to start working on your action plans. So thank you and good night, and I look forward to seeing you in the group. Awesome. Thank you, Tiffany. Thanks, ladies.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks so much.